comparison, it's quite literally the thief of joy. When I think of the things that bring me the most anxiety, the most stress, the most worry about my own life, is when I compare myself to other people's lives. And we live in a world today where all we do is compare. All society wants us to do, all society literally pushes on us, is to compare ourselves to other people. Every time you pull out your phone, you're looking at other people's lives, looking at what other people are doing. It could be your own friends, like on Snapchat. We all got friends. We don't even know why we're doing it sometimes. We literally pull out Snapchat and just look through stories of our friends and see what they're doing. Like, think about how unhealthy this is, You have your own life. Yet we spend a lot of the time just comparing ourselves to other people and seeing what other people are doing. I've definitely allowed this to creep into my mind, and I genuinely think it's Satan trying to get the best of me, because he makes me feel like I'm not good enough. He makes me feel like I'm not doing what I need to be doing in my own life, or that I'm not following the path God has for me. I'm not going down the right direction, because I'm too busy looking at what other people are doing, thinking that that's what I need to do. That's the way that I need to go. That's the route I need to take. That's good, that's bad, that's right, that's wrong. That's all you see, it's all you hear. You got all these people now trying to be influencers, trying to tell you the best route to take to have a successful life. And we seek guidance from all these people. We look for guidance from all these people, but we neglect the fact that the ultimate mentor, the ultimate person that needs to be guiding us is God. And we let it completely hinder our relationship with Him and completely hinder our own purpose for our own lives. And I just can't emphasize, social media, just how detrimental it is when it comes to this subject. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. I just recently deleted Snapchat and Instagram because I kept finding myself just getting on it for no good use whatsoever. And anytime I would get on it, all I would do is just look at what other people are doing. All that would lead to is just comparison. All over the internet. And I think it's just so important now to learn to let go of these things. I genuinely think this is the number one thing that makes people depressed, makes people worried, makes people anxious. It's because people act like there's always something more to do. And sure, there is to an extent, but you got to be present in your own life. Never take away the present moment in your own life, because that's where you find peace. That's where you find your path. That's where you see your purpose. You don't see your purpose through other people's lives. As long as you trust in God and you look to God for guidance, He will provide you with the purpose you need. He will show you the purpose that He has for your life. But when you're too busy looking at what other people are doing, letting them guide your decision making, seeking purpose from other people, you might end up going down the wrong path, first of all. Or second of all, you'll spend too much time just trying to find the best way to do something that you don't actually get anywhere, which I've personally done several times. And then it just causes you to stress out. You just keep going through these cycles. You keep going through these phases of the unknowing, of feeling I'm not enough, feeling like things won't work out because I'm not that person. You have your own life. You have your own book being written day by day. Why try and write the same book that someone else has already written? But reality is, God has already written out your book from the beginning. He's written out every single page of your life. Every single page that aligns with the story He has for you. So why not trust in Him? Why not seek Him for guidance? I've struggled with this throughout all my life. And then I realized when I'm not pursuing God, when I'm not pursuing Him, I lose so much direction. I lose so much purpose. And whenever I conform to the world, when I look at what other people are doing, when I compare myself to other people, I just can't emphasize enough. The simplest 4 words. Comparison is the thief. Okay, 6 words. Comparison is the thief of joy. How simple is that? It's such a simple phrase, but it means so much. It means everything, in my opinion. Now again, You know, I finally deleted Instagram, finally deleted Snapchat. I don't know why. I deleted TikTok. Like, I don't know why I haven't been doing these things. Because they literally hinder your thoughts. They literally transform your thoughts based on what you're seeing on the internet. Right? You've got all these people telling you what's good, what's bad, what's right, what's wrong. And you're literally letting these people direct your thoughts. That you can't even think for yourself. People don't even know how to think for themselves anymore. It's sad because this is a gift. This is a gift from God. When you have the ability to think, if you have the ability to simply think, that's all you need. That is enough. That is all you need to live a happy life, to live a successful life, is just simply think. Like, I'm completely done with just looking at what other people are doing, caring about what other people are doing, because I live a very unhappy life when I do that. I'm the most happy whenever just the feeling of the satisfaction, the relief that I felt just from deleting those apps was just amazing. And now and now I'm realizing I don't even have to do that. I don't have to look at those people. I don't have to look at what other people are doing because I have my own life. And now I can spend more time just simply thinking about my own life and my relationship with God. So if you haven't already, I definitely recommend doing it. You know, I think the biggest reason we don't get rid of social media and we are so stuck on social media is because, number one, everyone uses it. And so either you don't want to feel like you're weird, which who cares? Who cares? I promise you, if you're trying to be someone in this life, you're going to seem weird to a lot of people. Who cares? You know what? If you do what everyone else is doing, why do you think that you're going to be anybody different? Why do you think that you're going to make it somewhere in life and you're not going to do what everyone else is doing? Who cares? Jesus was weird. People really thought Jesus was weird because he's an outsider. He's an outcast. Be the outcast. Who cares? You know the band? 1, 2, 3, my baby don't. No, let me stop. Outcast. And it's good, you know. It honestly, you seem like you're on a different path. You seem like you're actually working towards something whenever you're different. Whenever you're weird. You know, weird people are the people who make it in this world, not normal people. So why do what everyone else is doing, right? Who cares? Just delete the apps. The next thing is I feel like people just, that's how people communicate a lot of the time. The reality is, you know, the internet's a blessing and a curse. You could, you know, use it for your benefit. And I kept telling myself this. I kept telling myself, okay, I'll just use it for my benefit. I'll just use it as a tool to do good. And, you know, there's so many times when I just completely neglect that. There's so many times when I catch myself getting on the app, just using it for nonsense, for nothing good. So, like, it's going to be pretty hard to do that, I feel like. From personal experience, it's not easy to just say, I'll use it as a tool, but you're not going to do that. Reality is you're probably not going to do that, because I didn't do that. I mean, you're not me, but it's going to be hard, at least. It's going to be very hard to do that. But people always use it to communicate, you know, Snapchat. I mean, okay, this changed everything for me. It probably will for you. When I realized that, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm a 21-year-old, I'm a full-grown man now. Why do I need to be sending pictures of my face to people? We're not even really communicating. We're just snapping each other. Like, what the hell? Like, you know how weird that is? I'm a full-grown man. What do I need to be Snapchatting people for, you know? It's like if I don't do this now, you know, eventually I'm going to let go of it at some point, right? So just let go of it now. Like, Snapchat's just the dumbest thing ever, in my opinion. Now I know, like, you got all these group chats and stuff, and that's how everyone communicates, but it's just like, bro, just text me, you know? If you really need to get in touch with me, just text me or call me, whatever. So, Snapchat is completely out of the picture. You know, Instagram, people use it for news. They might think that they can use it for educational stuff. But even then, you're still just constantly scrolling. You're constantly just looking at things going on in the world. And that can still lead to comparison, a lot of comparison. And it's like, yeah, sure. People will be like, well, it's good to be well-rounded. You know, you got to watch the news and all these things. It's like, just focus on your life, bro. Just focus on your own life. Because whenever you're fully committed to focusing on your life, you know, what is there not to achieve? And this is what I realized is like, I wanna achieve something. I wanna make it in this world. I can't make it. Look at this plane to go by. I'm kind of blind right now, but you know, vitamin D is essential. So I'm soaking in the sun right now. It feels amazing. It charges me up, quite literally. It will charge you up throughout the rest of your day. If you're not getting your vitamin D in the mornings, you're doing something wrong. I highly recommend it. It'll change your life. I mean, man, it changed everything for me. But just stop comparing yourself. You know, if you let go of the things that keep you comparing yourself to other people, then all you have to do is focus on your own life. That's the only option. So if you really want to achieve something, if you really want to commit to your goals and achieve something, why would you not want to fully commit to just being present in your own life? You know? I mean, if you think about it, like, you hear it all the time, you know, life before social media. I mean, social media hasn't been around forever, you know? And think about how people lived their lives. You know, everyone seemed happier, everyone seemed more present, because they weren't always worrying about what other people were doing. You know, you couldn't worry about what other people were doing. You know, you just kind of just flow in the moment, and things will just, you know, happen as they did. But now it's like we're trying to force everything in our lives. And that's not what God wants us to do. God has a plan already for us. The more we try and force it on our own, you see it start to crumble, and things get all disorientated. Things fall out of place. So you have to be present in your own life and truly trust in the process God has for you. You know, it all goes back to God. It truly does. You know, lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways submit to Him and trust in the Lord. So, thank you for watching this video. That's all I got, is just a simple message, but it means everything, you know? In the world we live in today, it's just, that's all people do. That's all I was doing. And I realized this is probably the biggest thing that's keeping me from being who I want to be, being who I need to be. It's just comparing myself to other people. It's so bad for you. And you know, that message is probably hundreds of years old, but it's timeless, you know, and it's more relevant than ever today. It's more relevant than ever today. So that's all I got. Thank y'all for watching this video. Please think on this. Let that sink in. You know, think about if this is something you're doing. I highly recommend just getting off social media. Just think about what you can do to just become more present in your own life. That's my challenge for you all. So thank y'all for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.